My name is John Gutierrez. I'm a lieutenant with the Stafford Fire Department. A firefighter's typical responsibilities are going to be, at first and foremost, responding to any emergency calls that come in. That can be anything from medical calls where somebody doesn't feel well to where they've been seriously injured or having some sort of major medical event, to hazardous materials, leaks and calls for service that there may be dangerous chemicals or fumes that are leaking into the environment or the air that could hurt people, to car accidents where people are injured or stuck in cars that we have to cut them out, to rescue calls where we have to get down into very cramped places or very high up places that are difficult to get to the obvious big ones, the fires that happen in vehicles or houses or other structures. So we have to be prepared for any and all of those types of events.
When we get here in the morning, we start by checking the truck off. I check my air pack, and then I go through the whole truck and check all the tools, make sure everything's working properly so the whole shift will be smooth and everything will be ready to go.
On every call we go on, there's a problem that needs to be solved, and the obstacles that present themselves on every call change. So things, there's not any one thing. We're supposed to be trained, and we do go into these calls because when someone calls us, they expect us to solve these problems. So whatever obstacles present themselves, we find a way to work through them, over them, or completely get rid of them however we can. So there's not any common set of obstacles. We get a lot of great support from our citizens and the city, and resources can be challenging at times, but we're firefighters. We're going to do what we can to make it work with what we've got. My favorite thing about my job is interacting with the public, right? Whether that's on PRs or whether it's on an emergency scene. We understand that when someone calls 911, that it's an emergency to them. And so I really love helping people. I like being a part of a solution and making somebody's day better. And sometimes we do respond to calls that really aren't true life-threatening emergencies. And so me personally, I like to bring a little bit of levity into some calls. If I can get people laughing, make their day just that much better, it makes it, way worth it for me. So my favorite thing about this job is really interacting with people, helping them on their worst days, and truly feeling like I did make a difference in their life, even if it was just for that moment.
It's an honor to do this job. It's an honor to be associated with all the people that I work with. And it's even more special when I get to interact with the citizens in a positive way. If you see us, know that we're there for you. You can come up and talk to us. We're not going to be shy. If you want to see the fire trucks, come on. We'll show it. We love showing off. We're big boys with big toys.
A bonus reward for me is all the men and women that we work with here, being able to make differences in their lives, to mentor and guide them, to teach them and give them all the opportunities that were given to me. So the most rewarding thing about this job is not only helping the public in their most dire time of need, but also gaining an entire second family here within our department in our city, that I wouldn't have had before. The most difficult thing about this job, I would say, is the long hours, right? Being away from home. My wife and I have been together for 23 years. We've got 4 kids, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes to be gone for 48 hours of time, and a lot of times it's more than that. Sometimes we get held over mandatorily an extra day or have to come in an extra day, but I'm also a part of a few different teams that get deployed throughout the state for additional resources, and those deployments can be anywhere between 7 to 21 days on certain timelines. So being gone in the service of others, that's probably one of the most difficult things. The wife and kids definitely miss me, but they also understand how important it is for us to help others. So we sleep, eat, and live here for 48 hours at a time, right? And there are nights where you don't get much sleep, if any at all. And so you still got to go home and tend to family life from there. I think that's probably the biggest thing that shocks most people is that, oh wow, I didn't know you guys actually live at the fire station. These fire stations are our houses for 48 hours. But again, it makes it easy when we work with such awesome people and you gain a whole second family. We get to know each other's families, kids, and everything else. So, you know, it makes it a little easier. But that's probably one of the biggest things that most people don't understand. Like, they think they know, but they don't really understand that, no, we truly live here, beds and everything upstairs for 48 hours at a time.
Just know that we're going to be there for you. If you need us, we're going to come. Whether or not you think it's silly for calling, or, you know, we're not going to belittle you for calling for help. It's an emergency for you for a reason, because you can't handle it, you don't know what to do, and we're going to help you handle it.
We're very welcoming to the public. So if anybody has any curiosities, they want to come and see the trucks or do a fire station tour, we actually really like that. You know, we enjoy it when kids come out. If you see us out in the streets, you know, we're grocery shopping or we're coming off of a call or something like that. Obviously not when we're on an emergency, but, you know, if we're out and about, please, you know, flag us down. You're more than welcome to come up to us and say, hey, can we check out the truck? Can we see inside? Do you mind talking to us for a minute? We actually really like that. And so that's something I would tell a lot of people, that, you know, they're more than welcome to come up to us anytime, and we're more than happy to show off the truck, show off our station. We love being here. We love what we do, and you're going to see that if you ask us. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you really enjoyed getting a look inside of what we do every single day. We really appreciate it, and see y'all soon.